Okay, can I ask one more question on congestion pricing? Okay, sorry. As I mentioned, because I'm in a transit desert over in Eastern Queens, I have a lot of concerns about congestion pricing, as I'm sure most do. But my main concern is really, um, the cost of burden that will potentially fall on both the drivers as well as the passengers. And then, especially as chair of the Mental Health Disabilities and Addiction Committee, I'm thinking, the disabilities community, I know this is a very big concern for them as well, because a lot of the families that live out in my district, they don't have another option but to use for-hire vehicles for their children and family members with disabilities. And so, especially for people that work and live in the district and also drive these for-hire vehicles, I know technically Accessoride is not, it is the only option, and it's a bit frustrating because I think there are a lot of inefficiencies. And so if we were to, I know that for the congestion pricing, the Accessoride is more state run, but how can the city get more involved in pushing for, the pricing not to fall on a lot of our drivers, especially the ones that have their vans outfitted for disability, constituents?
Yeah, so let me quickly address the Accessoride program and how we can make that better. I'm working with the Vice President of Accessibility Services on a regular basis at the MTA to ensure better service for all of our people with disabilities within the Accessoride pilot and then the traditional Accessoride program. In terms of congestion pricing, what we know is that we need to have a fair and equitable process that incorporates all of the public testimony that has been ongoing for the past few weeks. And I know that our drivers and our for-hire vehicle community as a whole have been very active within that. And we know that even with the MTA's environmental assessment that there is going to be an impact on our for-hire vehicle industry and that they need to consider that. But let me step back, council member, is that our for-hire vehicles and taxis have paid almost $2 billion to the MTA in congestion charges since 4 years ago, with a 50-cent surcharge on the MTA, a $2.50 on our yellows, and then on our for-hire vehicles, $2.75. In the fiscal year 23 alone, the industry has contributed to $414 million to the MTA's budget. And so that's where we are. And so as a traffic review mobility board looks at this, I urge them to look at the contributions that the for-hire vehicle industry as a whole has already contributed to the MTA.